In Steven Spielberg's latest summer blockbuster. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh, okay. This just in. This isn't a Steven Spielberg movie. Steven got out Spielberg. The summer blockbuster season is coming to an end, and it wouldn't feel right to close this out without one last fun dinosaur movie. The End of Oak Street is directed by David Robert Mitchell. He gave us films like It Follows and Under the Silver Lake, and the film stars Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. The story centers around a family in 1982 as they find themselves in the midst of what looks like a rip in the time space continuum. So they find that their entire neighborhood is kind of transported, teleported back 200 million years ago to the dinosaur era. And they have to find a way to survive and hopefully get home. Dinosaur movies, I feel like, should be very easy to make. You just have to give us characters that we care about, high stakes, moments where you can feel the tension and the thrill of these giant monsters that actually existed in reality. But Hollywood has a really hard time of making these movies enjoyable, let alone good. The last Jurassic Park movie that I enjoyed was Jurassic World, which came out in 2015. Every Jurassic Park movie that came out after that has felt like it's just not it. And even that being said, Jurassic World I recognize wasn't that good. It was just fun. The last good dinosaur movie I saw was Jurassic Park back in 1992. So we haven't really had a good dinosaur movie in a long time, in my opinion. But that being said, this movie is a lot of fun. It's not necessarily like the best movie of the summer or even gonna like fall in the best of the year, but it's a good time. We delve deep into the family's interpersonal problems. Each character, each family member is kind of hiding something from the entire family. But once they're together, like nobody's dwelling on any issues or, distancing themselves from the family. Instead, what we get is just good family scenes that make you care about the characters. You can feel the love in between the family members, even though there is some distance with the secrets that they're keeping from each other. But overall, it's a family dynamic that you can grow to care about, which is what I did. I felt that when you actually care about the characters, the stakes are even higher. Who knew? That's all you had to do. Look at that, Jurassic Park. Just give us good characters, and then the rest will come. Every family member plays their part really well. Ewan McGregor plays the dad. Obviously, he's kind of a easygoing, optimistic guy who doesn't really take the charge. The charge is really taken by Anne Hathaway. She's the mom who has regrets about her life and kind of wishes she could have explored her freedom a little bit more. So she kind of does that through writing a book. And the story in the book centers around a woman who leaves her family to go live her life the way she wants. And so, a lot of issues there. And these issues come up in arguments and tension in between the parents. The children can notice it. The young boy's acting up in school, kind of being a bully. And the girl's kind of distancing herself, kind of being the loner type. And it's all really sad. You can see that the effect of the parents' problems on the whole family as a whole, and it's very unfortunate. But then all that comes to a pause when all of a sudden they're in dinosaur era. But the fact that we got that build up, that we saw how the relationships work when they're in peril together, you can really feel it. There's a reason to care about the characters that might die from a dinosaur attack. The visual effects in this movie are really good. I really did enjoy the way the dinosaurs looked. They're very lore accurate. Like the raptors have feathers and the sea dinosaurs, scaly, slimy. Everything looked great. The one thing that looked awful is you could tell they did reshoots. They did reshoots in the last few months because there are certain scenes that feel out of place where you'll see the character, you'll see Ewan McGregor, for example, in the very beginning of the movie. there's so obvious green screen going on behind them. So they obviously didn't shoot that scene along with the rest of the scenes that they shot when, making the movie. And so that kind of sticks out a little bit. It happens a couple of times throughout the movie, not always. Like I said, this movie visually is pretty good, but there are scenes that just take you out a little bit where it's like, I can tell, I can see the soundstage you're on. Like, this was not, this scene was not made well. Some character choices too, they feel a little dumb. Like there are a lot of instances in here where you feel frustrated at the characters because of the decisions that they're taking. You just kind of want to like grab them through the screen, shake them, and be like, pay attention to where you are. There's literal dinosaurs around you. Like they'll literally be having a conversation in like the middle of the street, and meanwhile, right behind them, a dinosaur's getting close, and you're like, there's no way you can't hear that. That is ridiculous. I don't care how loud you're talking. Also, you're in a prehistoric era, and you're not at all times checking your surroundings. Yeah, see, stuff like that frustrates you and gets you mad. But then again, it's a movie about a whole neighborhood going to the past. Like, gotta suspend your belief a whole lot. But the whole vibe of the movie in general feels like a Twilight Zone episode, and I really dug that. It really felt like we don't get an explanation as to what's happening or why it's happening. It just happens. And sometimes movies don't need to explain why the plot is the way it is. Just have it happen. The audience, I'm sure, will catch up, and we certainly did. Certain scenes kind of didn't know what tone they wanted. Like there was a scene through like the end of the second act where my audience was laughing, and as I was watching the scene, I was like, we're supposed to take this super seriously right now. Like this is kind of a dramatic scene, and everyone's laughing, and it's because of the way the scene was acted out, the score choice for that scene. So like it's just some tonal issues that the movie was having in general. But like I said, this is just a summer blockbuster to enjoy with the family. I think this is a film that you can take the family to, and everyone will have a good time. And like I said, it's not the best movie. The score is really fun. It really plays on the curiosity of the whole theme of the movie, the whole plot. I enjoyed the movie overall. I had a good time. Like I said, it's not going to make the best of the year list in December, but it's definitely gonna be a movie I look fond on. It's in the ranks of Mortal Kombat 2 and Masters of the Universe, in my opinion. Where it's like, was it the best movie? No. Did I have fun? Yeah. So that's all I got to say about it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd, which is kind of high, but it's where I also ranked Mortal Kombat 2 and Masters of the Universe. So, but what matters here is your opinion. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What's your favorite dinosaur movie? Let me know that too. I'm really curious. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.